What's going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadski, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video, and today we're going to be having a look at the announcement of the Grand Feast Sugo-Fest, featuring a brand new Roronoa Zoro. So remember how Grand Feast Sugo-Fest work. We have the co-op quest, which is going to be starting tonight, November 5th, 1900 PST time. When that does come out, you can go ahead and farm the co-op, get the Grand Feast stones, and then eventually when the Sugo-Fest goes live on November 9th at 1900 PST time, that is when you can go ahead and spend those Grand Feast stones to acquire this brand new Zoro. This Zoro will also then super evolve in the next upcoming Kizuna Clash, so that's going to be pretty neat. I will say, I have had a bit of a look at what the Zoro looks like in terms of visuals. This might be one of the best free-to-play arts that we've seen in the game, and we'll show it off in just a moment. Another thing to note is that November 9th, 1900 PST time is when the Grand Feast Sugo-Fest goes live, as we said. This is also probably when we'll get the Treasure Map Sugo-Fest, or the Treasure Map Sugo-Fest might come out maybe before then. So just look out for that, because remember, this is the 10.5 anniversary celebration period. I'm expecting the Treasure Map Sugo-Fest to feature a brand new, a Sugo-Fest exclusive. We don't know what it is going to be yet, but I am expecting that to be the case. So we'll have to wait and see exactly what they have planned for that. Now, in terms of the Zoro, let's go through this news post and have a look. In the Grand Feast Sugo-Fest, you can use Grand Feast stones earned from co-op quest to pull the 10+1 rare recruits. The new Grand Feast Sugo-Fest only character is going to be Zoro. Super Evolution Crystal Skulls for Zoro can be obtained from the Pirate Alliance Kizuna Clash held in November. Another thing to note as well is that this next upcoming Kizuna Clash will likely be a Super Boss Kizuna. So that's going to be interesting as well. The Super Evolution form of the new Zoro will not be appearing in the Sugo-Fest. For more details about it, check the notice. New character is here, the Zoro. So of course, he goes from a 5-star character to a 5-star plus, acquiring skulls through the Kizuna Clash. So this is just the normal artwork that you have here. This is the character that you're going to be pulling for in the Grand Feast Sugo-Fest. He is an int slasher driven. The captain ability is a -1 cooldown at the start of the quest. Int slasher driven, get a 4 times attack boost, so not really that major. 1.3 times HP, 50 times his attack and int damage to all enemies at the end of the turn, so not really that much, but a bit of damage at the end of the turn, and launches his special ability at the start of the quest. The special ability removes damage reduction, Rainbow Shield by 2 turns, changes his own slot to Wano, and also deals 100 times his attack and int damage to all enemies at the end of the turn for every turn, very similar to version 1 KAIDO, for example. After launching special, applies the same special effect at the start of each battle for 10 turns. Again, so basically every time you enter a new stage, it will automatically launch this special to remove Rainbow Shield and give himself a Wano slot. That's basically what it does. So, like, realistically speaking, this is not a character that's gonna see a ton of play, I feel like. It's not like a great effect. He doesn't have double special launch if you want to remove a bunch of turns of Rainbow Shield, unfortunately. In terms of his crewmate abilities, base stat increase sets the right column character slots into Wano at the start of the quest. That could be pretty useful, but it's fine. Unfortunately, doesn't have any support effect. We'll talk about the Rumble stuff when we go into the Super Evolution. But have a look at this artwork for this free-to-play unit. Absolutely phenomenal artwork. Now remember, when he does Super Evolve, you can see he does gain Super Class, which is pretty cool. But what actually changes when he super evolves? So he now gives -2 turns at the start of the quest, so allows you to get a bit of cooldown, a bit of speed farming, 4.5 times attack instead to int slasher and driven, and then the end of turn damage from his captain effect is 80 times instead of the 50 times from before. He still launches his special at the start of the quest. However, we get access to the super class now. Now, in order to activate it, you need to have 2 of the following characters. Any of the Straw Hats will count. Hiyori and Yamato will also count towards this. The effect itself, boosting the attack of the next final tap performed by an int, slasher, or driven character by 20%. It then also applies a slasher class territory. That's pretty cool too, the fact that we have a free-to-play character or another free-to-play character that can give territory, but you can activate it from a super class special. So that's very unique that he gets to do that, giving you additional damage, of course. And of course, you can have like the captain switch effect, the captain shift from Roger and Rayleigh Gaban. So you can have this character set as your captain, and then you can switch Roger out into the captain, in the middle of the quest. And remember, with the way that Zoro special works, the effect is still going to happen every turn with his special ability that will do end of turn damage. As you can see with his special ability, slightly buffed now, removing 3 turns instead of 2 turns turns of Rainbow Shield. He also reduces Despair by 1 turn, changes his own slot into Wano, 100 times his attack and int damage to all enemies at the end of the turn. After launching the special, applies the same effect at the start of each battle for 10 turns. So basically just allows him to do a bunch of wave clearing, multiple different turns, multiple different stages. But as I said, the main usefulness, I guess, of him would be to like have him as a captain. His superclass provides the territory and a final tap bonus, and then you can switch in Roger Rayleigh Gaban with captain shift, so you actually have a better captain, and you'll still get the benefits of his superclass, which applies the territory, which gives your slasher class characters more damage, and also buffs the final tap, which Roger Rayleigh Gaban also have final tap. So it makes sense, right? It is still a bit of a shame he doesn't have a good support effect. I really wish he did, because the first Grand Feast character we got, which is that Dex Yamato, that character did have a very good support effect that attached to that Dex 10th anniversary Roger, like just absolutely perfect. In terms of crewmate abilities, nothing changes, unfortunately. I wish something would have changed, but unfortunately that's not the case. He does also have critical strike, which is perfect for Roger, Rayleigh, and Gaban. And then in terms of his rumble stuff, really cool sprite as well. His rumble stuff's interesting, so he gives int characters 5 attack, 5 defense, and Psi enemies level 5 defense down. So in terms of free to play, if you're looking for some good free to play units, honestly not terrible. And then the special ability here does a medium horizontal range 2.5 damage, Psi enemies level 5 defense down, and then targets 2 enemies with high HP for 2 times damage. As I said, you know, if you're looking for characters to put on your rumble team and you don't have a lot of good units, this unit is not awful, all things considered. 80% chance to avoid paralysis is a pretty bad resistance down, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Is there anything else in this news that we can have a look at? It just goes into information about the Grand Feast Sugo-Fest and how it works, how you can do up to a bunch of multis, however many you have, but you can only store 5 of the multis that you do. Does it actually talk about the boosted units in the... Oh, it does. Okay, so these are the characters that you actually want to aim for when you spend your Grand Feast stones. They give you more points, which gives you higher up in the rankings. So Mihawks are the character you want to be pulling this time around. 1.5 bonus to Zoro, Tashigi, and Alba, and then 1.2 to the following. You've got Kabaji, Hachi, Kaku, Ryuma, basically characters that Zoro had fought in the past. But also, Yamato, Hancock, and Jesus Burgess are listed here as well, and Hiyori too. Hancock and Jesus Burgess doesn't make a lot of sense on this list, but it is what it is, I suppose. Either way, if you get like Legend Mihawks, those are the #1 characters you want to be pulling, because they give you the most points possible. And of course, depending on where you rank against other people, you can get more rewards, including more copies of Zoros, Rainbow Gems, Legend tickets, etc. So the Grand Feast Sugo-Fest, November 9 to November 11, the ranking period, and then you can get your rewards starting from November 15th. Okay, so it goes through all the information as well. So when can you get your first copy of Zoro guaranteed? The 5th multi guarantees you Zoro, so getting up to 5 multis worth of Grand Feast stones, not difficult to do at all. It's very, very easy to do, because I think like if you do like 1 to 3 like cult quest runs in a day, that already gets you like over 100 gems, I think, in one day. So yeah, it's very easy to achieve getting Zoro at a bare minimum, but of course if you want to rank really highly to have enough points to get higher in the rankings, to get more rewards, you will have to spend more Grand Feast stones, or you just get really lucky. You know, you could also do that as well. But you know, it goes up to 50 pulls, and then it will reset, of course. These are the characters that are going to be boosted as well. Sugo-Fest exclusive, so Legend Jesus Burgess is here, so if you do pull him, he does give you quite a lot of points. Legend Alba, Legend Zoros will give you a lot of points. What Legend Mihawks are actually boosted here? Because at this list so far, there are no Mihawks. I assume Halloween Mihawk is probably on this list, but I don't really see him. So Hancock is on the list as well. Really? Like, where are the Mihawks at? There's Mihawk in Perona. Okay, so that would be where you want to get. That seems to be the best one to pull. Like, is V1 Mihawk even on the list? Okay, V1 Mihawk is on the list. V2 Mihawk, the Dex one, I don't even see him on the list either. That's an interesting decision. Oh no, V2 Mihawk is there. I see him. Yep, he is there. And I assumed Halloween Mihawk would be on this list as well, but he is there. Okay, I'm tripping. I just couldn't even see him. And yeah, that seems to be about it. So all the Mihawk legends, they're the ones you want to be pulling the most, but also the ones like Zoro, Tashigi, and Alba. Of course, there's no legend Tashigi, but, you know, Alba and Zoro's legends are also very, very good too. But that's it. That's the information I wanted to give to you guys, just to make sure you guys know what's going on. You want to at least get this Zoro. He is probably going to be useful in a couple of upcoming events, and getting just 5 multis to get the Zoro guaranteed is not difficult to do. Remember, you get the Zoro, and you can go ahead and pick up the Super Evolution Skulls from the upcoming Kizuna Clash, and then you'll be good to go. But that's going to wrap it up for me. Thank you so much for watching the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to go ahead and leave a like, and if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. On that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.